Okay, we need to find that. Sure. But that was only the second part of the machine. Sure, if you look around enough, we find like the other two parts as well, in the same type of way.
All this energy, it's useless without the Numinos.
Well, that's 3. So this sounds actually really discomforting me in that sense. We've been up here already.
Yes? Found something?
Yeah. You got me. You got me something earlier. What kind of nickname is that?
Oh, I did? I'm sorry. Sairo is Kyranian and can mean a lot of things, but the closest translation in our case would be brother in arms. My foster father called me that, so I suppose it's just an old habit. I like the way it sounds, though. If you don't mind, I'll call you that from now on.
Well, what about these parchment?
They look useful. Let's take them to the Chronicum.
And it looks useful also, like whatever it is.
Yes? Yes, you're right. How is it possible that it moves all by itself? Let's take it with us.
And then it does drop the bar axe, which is something that I'm glad of. Here.
Correct. Nothing else possesses that much raw, magical power.
Raw magic. Oh god.
Yes? Found something?
Yeah, crystal canister here.
Let me see. Yes, it does indeed. Seems to be some kind of energy storage, but it's empty.
I think that's all we need for now. Let the order take the rest.
Yes, I think you're right. Hopefully we didn't miss anything. Let's go talk to Pegast.
Okay, wait a second. Okay, 25. Apparently, I forgot to turn on the sound recording on my PC, so I just had to check like how far we were in this recording session. Luckily, I can do that by just alt-tabbing like you can hear as well. Okay, in 25 minutes we're going to take like a 5 to 10 minutes break again.
Now that was quick. So, what did you find?
You're right, there's a machine back there. At least there was once. The years have taken a toll on it.
Well, that's not much of a surprise considering how long it was down here. And as long as we can reconstruct it, that's alright. I sent some of my men back to Ark. We'll request a caravan to get all the parts back to the temple and see what we can do from there. Let's just hope it really will help us against this cleansing, whatever it is. As much as I admire Pyrean technology, I don't like the idea of putting our lives in the hands of it.
We ran this near a machine. Maybe this can give us a little more, little insight of what it really is.
Let me see. Interesting. Truly interesting.
What?
Seems that this machine was only some kind of prototype. The real one the Pyreans were working on must be somewhere else. Plus, there's also a name for it. The Pyreans called it the Beacon.
That's poetic.
Indeed. Well then, it seems like you and your visions have once again saved the day, Prophet. There's a lot for us to do now. If you've taken care of your business here, I suggest you head back to Ark and report to old Oranthiel.
What do you think, Saira? Do you want to leave now or stay a little longer?
Let's go.
Good. There you are. Pegast's mages have already told the Grandmaster about our find, and they're waiting for us in the Emporium. Let's go.
Sure.
All that I am saying is that there are more efficient ways to battle this red madness. And heathen machines atop the Sun Temple are the last thing that will calm the townsfolk.
Maybe. But if this heathen machine is what the Pyreans used to combat the cycle, I want it near. Even if it turns out to be useless, only a fool turns down a chance. Sharim, how long will the reconstruction take?
Well, that depends on how many Pyrean mechanics you have on hand that can help us decipher these plans. Just think for once, Oranthiel. How are we supposed to give you an estimation if we don't even know what the finished machine is supposed to look like?
We will get to work right away, Grandmaster. But in any case, we're going to need a lot of steel and Pyrean crystals.
You will get them. Now, get to work. You did excellent work. We will reconstruct this machine no matter the price. Here, this will reward you for your effort.
Money?
That still leaves the sigil stone.
A sliver of hope. 250. Right. Let me see, like, which achievement was that? You found the beacon! Achievement! Right, you managed the stone before. What is it for?
It's simple. I've told you that the Pyreans knew about the cycle, and that they too battled it before they vanished. The sigil stone was a magical defense they created to protect themselves from the red madness.
Protect how?
Through small fragments that segregate once a certain ritual is performed on it. Wear one of these fragments and it will serve you like a shield for your spirit. The stone won't produce enough for all citizens of Ark, but enough for all of us keepers and the guard. The problem is that we lack knowledge about this ritual, and those who have it have been dead for millennia.
So that's why we need the memory of the dead person.
Correct. The entire plan revolves around a discovery which is exhibited in the Chronicum. The frozen corpse of a Pyrean, which a fisherman found adrift in the Northern Sea some years ago.
We have to what? Someone access his memories?
Yes, the ice prevented his body from decaying. But go to the Chronicum and speak to Archmagister Maragil. He will be able to explain it better than I can.
Sure.
Huh?
So let's also speak to our friend about what happened exactly. Let's go do our first step.
Ah, you.
Well,
How are things? You look a little
Saira, good to see you. Do you need anything?
tense.
We just came to talk.
That's convenient, actually. I think I still owe you an explanation.
About old Starengard, I'll take it.
Yes, but let's talk somewhere else. Come on.
They just teleport us, sure.
So, sorry for all the secrecy. I just didn't want anyone else to listen in.
Understand that. So what did you want to discuss?
Well, that moment when I neutralized the leader of the bandits in Old Dothelgrad. I'm sure you noticed that I was different then.
That's another way to put it. Yeah, you completely lost it. Well, you just seemed upset, actually.
Upset? You choose your words carefully, Saira. I appreciate that. I'll make this quick. There is something about me that you don't know. That no one knows, actually. Do you remember what I told you in the curarium about the destroyed village? Well, I wasn't entirely honest with you.
So you do know what actually happened?
Not all of it, no, and it's true that I don't know how I ended up there. But I remembered something just before I regained consciousness. Some kind of vague memory. A feeling coupled with an image.
A feeling? What exactly do you mean by that?
It's hard to describe because it didn't last very long, but I saw myself, but I was somehow above the rooftops, as if I flew. Below me, I saw all the chaos, the dead, the fire, the devastated houses, and I somehow felt hot, but from inside, as if my blood was boiling. That sounds crazy, doesn't it? I'm sorry, but I don't know how to describe it better than that.
So, that was a memory. Something that really happened? I'm not sure I can follow.
It was something that actually happened, I'm sure of it. But the memory, it was somehow blurred. Like a dream, but a very vivid one.
So what happened then?
Nothing. I woke up, and from there things happened just as I've already told you. But that's not really what I'm trying to get at. In that memory, when I saw all those dead bodies and all that destruction, I felt satisfaction, pleasure. As if all that suffering, all that pain was the most exhilarating thing I'd ever seen.
I'm not sure I can follow. What are you trying to tell me?
Well, I didn't know what to make of that memory myself for quite a long time. But then things happened that made me understand. There is something inside my head, Saira. Some kind of second soul, an entity. Most of the time it sleeps, but there are situations in which it wakes up. Mostly when something atrocious happens or has happened. Blood, pain, death. Whenever I'm confronted with these kinds of things, it tries to... I don't know how to put it. Tries to take control of me. And then things like Alt Dothelgrad happen. It's never managed to completely take me over, and it hasn't gotten as far as it did in Alt Dothelgrad for a long, long time now. But that memory from the village, I think that is what happens when I let myself go completely.
So I'm guessing this power you suddenly had when you killed the bandit comes from this entity inside of you?
Yes, it is immense, Saira. I can feel it every time it is trying to take me over. I don't even want to think about what would happen if I were to give in completely.
Okay. It's a lot to take in.
I figure. Listen, what happened in Old Dothelgrad, I never should have let it come to that. But that moment when he charged me, the blood on his sword, I just couldn't contain it. And when I gave in, when I hacked him into pieces, I simply felt so thrilled, complete. I was naive to believe it would never get that far again. Naive and stupid. But do you see now? This is the reason why I train so hard, why I always try to control my emotions no matter what people do or say to me. This creature inside me, it's always on the hunt, and the only way I can keep it at bay is by controlling both my body and spirit 100%. Just one moment of carelessness. That's all it takes.
So... And there's nothing you can do about this? Like, no way to banish this monster?
No way that I know of, at least. Who should I ask? The apothecary? There are two ways that would go. Either they would ridicule me, or they would take me seriously and report my condition to the Order. Neither way helps me, and who knows what the Order would do if they found out. Especially as strained as the situation is right now.
But if violence breaks anything, like, why are you with the military and not the Order?
Well, what would be the alternative? Transcribe Pyrean books like the Magisters do all day? Or drop out entirely and pour hot water for the upper city's noblewomen? Look, Saira, as you already pointed out, there is a chance that this thing inside me is responsible for the massacre in the village. And if that's true, I definitely have a lot of repentance to do, don't you think? And even if it isn't, I want to change things, to make the world at least a little bit better. And yes, I do realize that this means a lot of hardship and hard work for me, but I'm not afraid of that. Do you know why? Because that's what's missing in this world. So many people just talk, and never act, because that would mean that they'd have to actually endure something for what they believe in.
So you definitely don't like determination. I quite like that.
Determination alone hasn't helped anyone yet. Let's talk again in a few years, and we'll see if my good intentions have actually produced results.
Well, you know, it was actually a compliment.
Well, that's good to know. I'd like some time by myself now. And thanks for listening.
Right, we have 12 minutes left. Two Souls, Part 2. Right, let's do now what we have to do.
This just doesn't make sense.
Up to the Sun Temple and up to... this. The Chronicum.
Yes.
What?
What? Up to the archive. Let's continue on.
Oh, hey.
So what's so spectacular about this? To me, our pal here looks like your average crypt corpse.
Well, he isn't. Do you see this marking on his forehead? That's a symbol of the Ashian, one of the two priest castes who reigned over the Pyrean Empire like the Lightborn did over Vin. He was no high priest, but more than an acolyte. Let's just hope he participated in the manufacture of the sigil stone back in the Pyrean era.
Well, hoping can't hurt. But look, we have company.
Dolvarek, Archmagister, how's the situation?
Walk blessed, Grandmaster. We're fine. Everything is ready. So this is him?
Yes, this is the Prophet.
Interesting. Truly interesting.
Yeah,
I imagined you to be different. I'm Lexiel Marigil, Archmagister of the Holy Order. Pleased to make your acquaintance. So, where do we start? Has the Grandmaster already informed you of the goal of this mission?
We're supposed to somehow get a memory from the dead. The Pyrean, because he knows the missing words for the ritual.
Correct. Now you're wondering, how will this be possible? This is where the word of the dead comes into play. An old relic we'll need to find.
The word of the dead? I thought that was a legend.
No, it exists. And we also know where. Just so you understand, the word of the dead is an artifact that allows entering a deceased person's mind to relive his last memories as if they were your own.
And you want to do just that with our frozen pal here. This is the grand plan, right?
Right. You'll need to locate the word of the dead, teleport the Pyrean's body to you, and then enter his thoughts. And there you'll have to look for the words of the ritual.
Alright. So where do we find this word of the dead?
Well, this is...
There's an old manor in Enderal's west that belongs to an old collector of artifacts. We received a tip that the word of the dead is in his possession.
Hang on. Are you talking about this odd fellow with the puppets? The aged man from the folk song?
I am.
So, what do I to his manor? Someone take the artifact from him?
You won't take it. It will be enough to find it. Use it on the Pyrean and then leave. You will travel to the manor with Dalvarik, wait for nightfall, and then introduce yourself to the aged man as a fellow collector of artifacts. Then you will offer him this brooch, and if all goes well, he will offer you a quarter for the night to negotiate in the morning. Then it's all a matter of timing. Sneak out of your room, look for the word of the dead, and teleport the Pyrean to you.
Alex, I was fun to use this word that on the Pyrean.
Archmagister?
Yes? Well, that is a good point. We don't know, because we don't even know what the artifact looks like. But, how goes the saying? The proof of the eating is in the pudding.
We'll manage somehow. And even if we don't, it definitely sounds like an adventure.
It's a great responsibility, be aware of that. But I have faith in both of you. Now get going as soon as you can. This mission will be fruitful. I can feel it.
Well.
And there they go.
So, should we go?
Yep. Just meet me at the Myritz Tower at the Western Cliff. I'll go grab my stuff now.
Alright. I'll be selling the shit that I got from like last time. Like from the location. And then we'll go there. Okay, my money to the bank if needed.
What?
What? Oh, the shops are closed. What that? Oh, so why am I going to the Brack Squatter? Like, I don't need to go there right now. Turn around to the Sun Temple. We need to go to another quarter.
So, you actually made it, Prodigy. Congratulations.
Marketplace.
Can I help you?
Right, my house. Good enough. I got past a couple of shops, I'll probably buy some spell books as well. I'll first get all my money from the, what is it called again?
Hey! You're an adventurer, aren't you? Have you been to, how do they say it? Melee? My dad told me that's where the petrified live.
Can I help you?
Here we go, the bank. First get all the money from the bank.
Walk blessed, my sir. How can silver...
My sir?
Sorry, I'm not in the mood for Sorry, I'm not in the mood for talking. Maybe later.
Hammers, daggers, swords. Looking for
Well, what do you have?
everything for the path-abiding soldier.
So glad I took at least some of the items.
come again.
Right. I need to give at least 25 to myself. Actually, can I just sell it you?
Not in the mood for talking.
Yeah? No, I just put them out for you to look at. Tell me what you need, and be quick about it.
Tattered book. Yes, please.
Walk.
Mister?
Well, one of them actually is a two-handed thing.
Now where
Fruit, vegetables, bread, fresh from the oven.
Let's see, I'll just go to like both these shops and just sell if I can.
All for the walk. All your heart could ever desire. Take a look.
Oh, there we go.
May his light guide you. Come back if you find the time.
Okay, two-handed and heavy armor.
Walk blessed.
Honestly, I should just find like one.
Looking for steel. Everything for the path-abiding soldier.
Then I also get some handicraft books. Like the money that I have left over after that, I'll use to buy handicraft books.
Hungry for arcane secrets? I have books, scrolls, potions, anything for friends of path-abiding magic.
Well, first off, still two-handed.
Looking for everything for the path-abiding soldier.
Okay, 20.
Everything for the path-abiding soldier.
So 60. We already have that. Okay, I need to find fine steel.
Looking for steel. Everything for the path-abiding soldier.
to helmet. Really, it's the same. Oh well, whatever.
Looking for steel? I can provide.
Whatever. Also, we have surpassed like the time that we have. So thank you all very much for watching. I'll be selling a couple of more iron.
Everything for the path-abiding soldier.
There we go, then at least we can still travel to the next location, which we'll do in just a couple of minutes. And thank you very much for watching. This is the end of this recording session. Have a good one, and we will see you all during the next time. Good day!